Texas Wesleyan Jr. wins SAC Golfer of the Week. And what many saw as irregular, the men's basketball opening night ends with a win. International students are concerned about returning to their home countries due to the pandemic. Why the worry? Find out on the next Sportscast. Hi, my name is Tatiyana Giddings, and thank you for joining us for today's Sportscast. The end of the semester can be exciting for most students. Students are expected to evacuate the halls at the end of the semester. While many students look forward to it, one group of students express worry. With no end in sight for the global coronavirus pandemic, international students struggle with the unique situation: accommodation. Students who cannot return to their home countries worry about covering the cost for their winter lodging or perhaps finding a new home. How would they handle this? Juan Felipe Parra has the story.
COVID-19 pandemic has changed the life of everyone on campus. International students from Wesleyan expressed their opinions of how COVID have changed their countries and how difficult it is to come back to them right now.
Family is still safe over there. We haven't had any healthy problem. So I'm pretty glad in that side of the situation.
Returning to Peru right now, it's a little bit difficult because all the borders are closed. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to spend the holidays with my family and friends.
For Bastian, pandemic has been more difficult thanks to social problems that his country is facing right now.
So first of all, I went back to home on March the 17th, and the frontiers were still open, but I still have a lot of trouble to get into my country. The economic in Chile wasn't like pretty good. The people start breaking the infrastructure of the city, asking the government for solutions. And
for Cecilia's country, the situation is not as bad as others, but still, her country's economy has been affected by the pandemic.
Unlike other countries in Latin America, Mexico didn't close its borders. Everyone could get in or out of the country. I had no problem with that. That didn't affect me. But right now, I'm having problems because I can't go back home because the COVID pandemic obviously affected Mexico's economy, and the tickets of the airlines are expensive, more expensive than before, and I can't afford it.
But for Tamara, the situation is even more difficult because she has additional problems apart from the pandemic.
Also, if I don't go back home, I will have no place to stay but campus.
The testimony of these three student athletes are really sad. We can all just hope for their situation to get better for them, for their families, and their countries, especially for our dear friend Basti. This was Felipe Parra for The Rambler.
Thank you, Felipe, for your journalism. One Wesleyan athlete received the Sooner Athletic Conference Award. Emily Hunt was recognized as SAC Golfer of the Week in its fifth installment of the 2020-2021 season. This will be the first Collegiate Player of the Week award for the Pre-Law Junior. Juan Wei has the story.
The Sooner Athletic Conference has acknowledged Emily Hunt as the SAC Golfer of the Week. The Pre-Law Junior wins her first Collegiate Player of the Week award.
To be honest, I feel like it's, I kind of asked my coach about it, if it was like actually a big deal or not, or if it was just like one of those things that like they give out. But it's pretty cool because I noticed that like the last two people to get it were Alex Shees, our alumni, and then Alexis Belton, our other alumni. And I know that there were two really good players for the team. So honestly, like, and to beat out our competition from OKC, which is a really big deal, I thought it was pretty cool. I celebrated a little bit. I got a ton of coach got a ton of text messages about it. So it's kind of just a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill, and I don't want to really take credit for all of it, but it was I just put together two solid rounds that I honestly didn't see coming, but it worked out okay. So.
Honestly, I was really proud of her. That's a really big accomplishment. I know one other golfer in the past 4 or 5 years has won that, and so it's really cool that she's joining Alex with that and that she accomplished that. I think she deserves it. I'm really proud of her. She came a year after me, so I've watched her grow and become an even better player every year. I mean, she hasn't missed a single tournament. She's honestly an amazing golfer. She sets an amazing example, and the freshmen and the incoming people coming right now, they really should look at her as a role model, because not only is she a great golfer, she's a great student. And although it might seem very easy to be a student athlete, it's really not. It's difficult, and I think she doesn't.
This is Juan Ray for Rambler TV.
Thank you, Juan, for the story. Hunt is the first Tex West women's golfer to be recognized by the conference as Player of the Week. The last award was in April of 2018 when program legend Alex Shees won the award for her performance at OCU's O-City Classic, and none other than Lincoln Park Golf Course. It was a rather unusual basketball opening night last Saturday, beginning with temperature checks, mandatory hand sanitizing, mask wearing, partitions, and all sort of precautionary measures to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. You could almost say the unusual nature of the night was later forgotten by the Rams supporters with a score of 103-65. The game between Texas Wesleyan basketball team and Arlington Baptist ended on a high note. Opening night for Texas Wesleyan's men's basketball was a bit different, like other events due to the coronavirus pandemic. For Texas Wesleyan men's basketball fans, they were just excited to see them play because it brought back a feeling of normalcy.
See our basketball boys play finally. It feels like it's more back to normal. I love sports, so being able to come back and watch sports and attend sports is kind of back to some kind of normalcy that we used to have.
Despite the extra safety measures the men had to prepare for this season, they had a strong start.
It's really been a strange time to try to prepare as a student athlete, but it looks like they've come out of this pandemic really strong. Looks like the team chemistry is fantastic and they're working together very well. It looks like they've taken a lot of safety precautions in order to make it this far, but I'm glad to see that they can put out a full team and have a healthy and successful season.
The men were not the only ones taking safety measures on opening night. Fans followed all safety precautions in order to stay safe during the game.
Wear our masks and taking temperature checks, and a lot of times there's a lot of COVID screenings that you have to do before you come here and stuff like that, as well as everyone's staying 6 feet apart.
Texas Wesleyan's men's basketball team won the game 103-65 against Arlington Baptist. Although they took home the win, a superfan mom had a few pointers for the upcoming season.
Have a victorious season, but I need to see a little more teamwork, playing together, solid playing, and percentage of the free throws. They need to be a little more stronger than they are in the free throws, and I need to see a lot more defense.
The Texas Wesleyan's men's basketball fans want the men to keep up the good work, be safe, and stay positive this season.
Be positive, stay up, and hopefully we have no injuries, so you play good, solid basketball.
This is Tatiyana Giddings for Rambler TV. The Rams also defeated Dallas Christian College in a 95-74 win at the Sid Richardson Center. That is all, Rams. Thank you for tuning in to today's Sportscast. Do not forget to follow us on Facebook at The Rambler and Twitter and Instagram at The Rambler TWU. My name is Tatiyana Giddings, and this is Rambler TV.
Rambler TV.